We are going to be beginning our service on page 10 with Hine Matov. The words will also be on the screen.
Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gan yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet anu gan yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet anu gan yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet anu gam 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 yachad.
Hine Matov u'manayim shevet anu gam yachad. How amazing is it that we can be here together, and how truly special is it that after a week like this one, I don't know if it's anything like the one I've had, it's been a little crazy for us all, I think, that we can just be here together, singing the words of our ancestors in a moment of peace as we transition into our Shabbat. My name is Jacob Benjamin Glickman. I am the Director of Experiential Life here at Temple Beth Am. And we have the sweet return of a nearly, hopefully, but not forgotten face, our very own Rabbi Jason Levine. I'm joined here also tonight to help us curate the musical experience that we are about to embark on together by Emma Holweiler on the piano, Tarn Weber as our cantorial soloist, Noah Zeichner on guitar, and Sean Weaver, our age-old pillar, playing the bass, holding down the groove for us.
Age-old, that's it, age-old.
Yeah. And then we have Jamie Scher in the back, making sure that we can all be heard by not only us here on the bima and in the choir loft, but also at home. So I just want to take a second and invite in some welcoming energy towards those who are not physically here with us, but are tuning in via Zoom, via YouTube. So I believe we're going to be turning to this center camera. We're going to go far left here, our left, and we're going to wave and say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
And we're also going to take a moment and just say Shabbat Shalom to the person sitting around you. Get to know the people who are in your immediate vicinity, who you're going to be journeying along here with us tonight. Good to see you, buddy.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all good. I don't usually get to sit up here.
That's kind of cool.
Awesome. So this thing that we call Shabbat is such a gift, and it is one of the many things that our people has offered the world. This weekly opportunity to just take some time away from the stress of the week, from the tension in our bodies that comes from the work week and just from having to live everyday life, especially in a society, in a city such as ours. We get to take just a deep breath and just relax. If only for just a day, we can just relax. So I want to invite us all to do that right now. And so I invite you just to close your eyes and just take a deep breath and just feel that sweetness entering your lungs. Allowing all the gunk, the darkness, the shadows just to melt away down through your feet into the earth. All that you're carrying with you into this room, all that you want to let go of from this week, that which does not serve you anymore, that which wants to be let go of. Allow it to melt away like wax on our soon-to-be lit Shabbat candles. taking a moment just to tune into ourselves, our heart space, feeling comfort in our bodies in this place, inviting in a sense of presence and belonging, a feeling that we also deeply yearn for at this time. In recognition that this feeling of belonging that in so many ways draws us together in this community also brings us to this place. That this place for so many of us, for some of us for a long time, has been a place of belonging. So I just want to take a second and acknowledge the land that we're on, and knowing and also acknowledge that the land that we're on was not always owned by us. That there was another group of people who had a different idea of what it meant to belong, where their belonging included not only human people, but also the trees and the plants and the shrubbery and the animals, and that all of those living beings, all the creatures and life that existed in this vicinity was included in that sense of belonging, was included in our definition of community, and that our consciousness was extended beyond just ourselves and our human experience, but took into account all of life that was created and brought forth by God or by natural evolutionary forces, whichever avenue you choose to connect with. And we can't acknowledge the earth without acknowledging what has happened on this earth, and that there was people whose ways we have lost, we has been forgotten. And so the Duwamish tribe was a group of people who lived here, who lived in harmony with the land, who knew how to operate and act as if we were back in the Garden of Eden, right, in perfect harmony and with an inner sense of peace. And so we strive as Jews to remind ourselves what it means to actually be stewards of the earth, what it means to be in deep relationship with not only ourselves, not only our community, but also all of life, right? And so I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that, the treaties that were unpromised, promised and not fulfilled, and also just the history that has been forgotten. And we work towards our prayer being tonight, that we work towards a time when we are more in alignment, and we do find ourselves in a deeper sense of connection. So with that, we enter into our Shabbat portal with the lighting of and the blessing over the Shabbat candles.
It's a beautiful Shabbat, a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. It's also a congregational dinner and potluck afterwards. So if you brought something yummy, thank you. If you didn't bring anything, please join and eat anyway. And next time, bring something delicious, because this is our service, usually a bit more musical, a little bit shorter in length, and a bit less chatty, a little bit more singing, and bringing that beautiful energy that Jacob welcomed us into tonight. So we want to hear your voices, hear your energy, and we'll be out in this beautiful sunlight enjoying dinner in just a little bit. But we have to welcome in Shabbat. I want to invite up Ellie, Rebecca, and if they choose, Charlotte and Wes, if they want, to help us light our Shabbat candles. It has been our tradition here since October 7th. We light a third candle, and we'll keep lighting this candle until all hostages are brought home, until peace for all peoples returns to the Holy Land for so many. But we'll begin by lighting our Shabbat candles, taking us into this time of holiness, this time of gathering, this time of togetherness. If you'd like to join along, it's on page number 2 in your prayer books. Page number 2. We'll light our Shabbat candles and welcome in this day of joy and rest. So, yeah, I got you right there. You can do the matches or the lighter, whichever you feel more comfortable with. There we go. Lighting all 3 candles tonight. And if you're joining us from somewhere not here and you have candles of your own, light them as well. So we bring in this light, we bring in this beauty, we bring in this illumination for all people, all places, yet uniting us together. We join in blessing over our candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you all for bringing the light into our community tonight. You can just toss the match right there. We get to sing and enjoy our Kabbalat Shabbat, our receiving of Shabbat together. Page 24. We begin by welcoming in Shalom Aleichem, a Shabbat of peace. We say peace to you, peace to each other, that the ministering angels who watch us, watch over us and protect us, bring us into peace and then present us out into the world in peace as well.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Archuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
On page 20, we have Lechado D, our poem from the ancient city of Sfat, which invites the Shekhinah, the feminine divine presence of the eternal, into our midst, welcoming in the marriage of us with that divine presence, the Shabbat. On the last, we'll do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on the last verse, we'll rise and face the entrance, welcoming in the Sabbath bride. Lechado D.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. 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 Shamu v'zachor b'diburecha, hishmiyanu el ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'lidei la 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 lechaloti, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haverecha, v'rosh k'kedem mesucha, לך לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לה 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 לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
I invite you to close your eyes if you'd like and just take another deep, sweet breath in. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. We all rise for the Baruch Hu.
If you're standing, you're welcome to be seated. The prayer that follows, Baruch Hu, excuse me, is Ma'ariv Aravim, which speaks about the one who causes the light, it's been a while since I've led. It speaks about the one who creates darkness, transitions us from the daylight into the dark. And I found a poem I want to read tonight in lieu of Ma'ariv Aravim. It's not on the page. We'll just listen tonight. Inappropriate as the sun is still out, and appropriate, as you'll hear from the title, in just about a week. The poem from Ronan Kodapur is entitled More Sun to Have Fun, a poem for Passover in spring. Passover is coming, spring is the season for why I love spring. More light is my reason. Later does sun set, sun shines till 7. Look up at the sky, shines down from heaven. From where is the source? From whom came light? The answer to this, it hides in plain sight. The answer is found within the Torah. The first thing God did with the first parasha. Like Torah's first book begins with Breshit, when we read Torah close to God we meet. Creation day one, divide dark and light. First there was darkness, and God made it bright. God said, let there be light, so light was good. Evening and morning, one day as it should. Light opposed dark, so darkness did limit, as in Egypt did Pharaoh prohibit. Brought darkness, plague 9, while Jews stayed in light. Let my people go, the Jews left in flight. This light that God made a most special gift, we learn from Torah each Shabbat we lift. So my dear children, this gift go enjoy. Turn off the TV, put away your toy. Passover coming, more light and more sun. Go outside to play. Go play and have fun. Springtime is here now. There is more light today. Go enjoy God's gift. There's light out to play. With that boost of light and the joy of springtime, we lift ourselves up on page 34, where the words of Shema, words that lift us up and brighten us each time we recite them. Some have the tradition of standing for Shema, some have the tradition of remaining seated. We welcome you to be in whatever position is most meaningful to you. Yet our voices unite together as one. On page 34, we together recite the words of Shema. If you're standing, please be seated. We continue the Ve'ahavta, prayer of love, on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך וקשוקתך ובקומך וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בעין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם באמת.
I'm not sure if you're all aware of this, but there is a deep history of magic in Judaism, magic with a K. There's much documentation about different spells and potions and assemblages of ingredients and spells that people would cast, oftentimes for the sake of protection. Tonight we won't be doing any magic, for I left my wand. Did you bring your? No. Okay, so we left our wands at home, so we won't be doing any spells or incantations, but we will be singing a prayer for protection, our Hashkivenu prayer, which is something that reminds us not to take our own safety for granted, right? That throughout the course of history, it wasn't always the case that overnight we would be safe, right? That we would feel that sense of comfort and protection. And so we ask God tonight, as our ancestors have for many hundreds of years, to cast over us a Sukkot Shalom, a canopy of peace. And as we sing this, I always like to imagine a little canopy, a little wistful light, Sukkot Shalom, a canopy of peace. And this is such a sweet melody that many families sing to their children at night. I know that Tarn and Noah sing this to their children, and so I'm excited to sing this with you all this evening. So we're on Hashkivenu. And we are on page 40. 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom, L'Shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. Uvros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha, Uvros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
We continue with the next section of our service, beginning on page 46, or Amidah. We welcome you to rise either physically or spiritually as we join in prayer together over the next few pages. Page 46, beginning our Amidah.
Adonai sefatai tivta ufia gita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaChov Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Oser U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol hatarav lehoshia, mashiv haruach, marid hagashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Tomech noflim verofeh holim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech memitu mechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol, atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We don't do a drosh tonight, but let me give you a brief thought to lead you into a silent prayer. 13 times in this week's Torah portion, the priests have to examine another person for a medical reason in the Torah portion. But 13 times, often on the second occasion, often in repetition to make sure they really got it. 13 times they're told to look carefully, to not just glance over, do a cursory, you're okay, but to really examine, really look deep into something. And this is the beauty of a moment of silent prayer. We can flip through the pages and skim the words. We can let the time just drift on by until we hear some music again. Or we can take some inspiration from this week's Torah portion to really look within, really examine, really go deeper, to let our hearts be open, our souls be vulnerable, and the connections with the divine and with our inner selves be truly pure. Take a moment of silent prayer. If you choose to use the words in the book, please do so through page 62. But take a couple moments to really examine, look carefully, look deep within. Once you've completed your moment of prayer, you're welcome to be seated.
Adonai tzori v'goali. Adonai tzori. Adonai tzori v'goali. Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you. Oh, my rock, and my redeemer.
Thank you for that. Wow. We take a moment to think outside of this space, outside of our own experience, and bring into mind people in our life who are struggling, who are going through it, who are sick, diseased of body, mind, or spirit, or who are just having a rough time. I'm sure we can all think of somebody who needs a little bit of healing. And so as I move my hand around the room, I'm going to invite us to bring their names into the space. Turn to page 253 from Yishaberach, our prayer for healing.
Mishaberach Avotenu Nekor HaBracha Laimot
invite you all to reach out to that person. Just let them know at some point, maybe throughout the course of Shabbat or throughout the course of your week, that they're not alone and that you've just been thinking about them. With that, we rise. We turn to page 282 at the very top for our Leinu, our call to action.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכנת עושו בקרובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
If you're standing, please be seated. Page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away, the children and the old that wait to die. If you need to cry, cry for your fellow walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arm around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. If you could not give me away, or at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We are in the period of Shiva, the 7 days of mourning, for Murray Oakes, father of Julie Black, grandfather of Aaron and Michael Black. We are in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, for Charles Rosenberg, brother of Morris Rosenberg, brother-in-law of Gail Rosenberg. Julie Shapiro, wife of Shelley Cohen, mother of Eli and Leah McClintock Shapiro. We're observing the yard site, the anniversary of passing of these loved ones. Rose Maria Falter, Donald Erez, Rose Ehrenberg, Jerry Bacharach, Raphael Bahar, Jean Blacklow, Lily Buxbaum, Murray Corwin, Norma Crane, Charles Davis, brother of Mary Ellen Buchanan and father of Gordon Davis, Roger Decker, Turge DeHaan, Harry Eisenhoff, Ruth Gruber Epstein, Walt Halperin, David Cadane, Lloyd Kaplan, Gertrude Karp, Norman Katz, Stephanie Kalin, Mindy Kempler, Arnold Kremen, Alma Levitt, Isaac Levin, Geraldine Harris Lester, Luma Liss, David Massaw, Adam Meltzer, Harold Modell, Bailey Nieder, Benita Pavlock, Morris Piha, Shirley London Pollock, Alice Popkin, Dolores Porter, Alan Puckett, Mort Roberts, Stanley Siegel, Sawyer Smaller, Herman Smith, Sally Steiner, Naomi Stone, Faye Taylor, Dioda Vivas, Roberta Wagner, Joshua Wald, Robert Weitzman, Saul Wortman, Jerome Zeidman. If there's any loved ones who I've mispronounced or omitted, I invite you to add their name at this time. I think of all those lives lost here in our families, across the world, in the Holy Land, and all those places where people struggle, where people ache, where people mourn. If you're in the first 7 days of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're in the first 30 days of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're in the first year of mourning, you're welcome to rise. If you're observing a yahrzeit on this Shabbat, you're welcome to rise. If it's your tradition to rise in love and solidarity for the Mourners Kaddish, you're welcome to do so. Page 294. Yitkedal v'yitkedash shemei Rabbah, ve'almad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yamechon, u'v'chayei whole Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'izman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitalei, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudasha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Say shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, I'll call Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru, Amen. Yoshvei Tevel, honoring all who dwell on the earth. If you're standing, you're welcome to be seated. In one just moment together before we join in dinner, and you're welcome to join, those in person are welcome to join us for dinner. If you're not in person, have a nice dinner. Join us in person next time. But we'd like to take a moment for simcha, a moment for joy, and that what you hear, people sharing something joyful, ask them about it at dinner time. Make a new friend. Let's chat about it together. So if anyone has something they'd like to share from this past week, could be small, could be big, something joyful that we can celebrate together. I see a couple hands, and then we'll go eat.
I got tenure this week, and I'm looking forward to an amazing 15-month sabbatical.
Congratulations on your tenure and sabbatical.
Seeing the total eclipse in Texas.
I'm jealous. I'm not responding to you. I'm quite jealous. Literally went over to my parents' house. I didn't go. Well, we planned on it 7 years ago, but that's before we had 2 kids. Then, that changed everything.
Finally getting moved into my new place.
Oh, that's amazing. And one last over here, and then we will do a song of peace. Batting practice.
All right.
Good for you. On that same page, we have a song, Oseh Shalom, a song of peace, that we might sing and join and bless and find the goodness of the world together. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru, Amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yakol Yoshvei Tevel, v'imru, Amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'himru
Before Kaddish and Motzi, so we can break bread and enjoy dinner together, I want to thank Jacob for leading us tonight. Then, of course, Jamie, Louie, Kim, Alberto, Colby, Emma, Sean, Noah, Taryn, and all of you. Thank you for making this such a beautiful and wonderful and bright and sunny. I'll give you credit. Thank you for the bright and sunny Shabbat here tonight.
Thank you, Rabbi Jason.
Glad to pinch hit. Glad to be here. Page number 5. Page number 5. The beauty of our Shabbat with Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki banu barchata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat
L'chaim.
And so we'll end, as we have in the past many, many numbers of weeks, as one community with one feeling of connection. So I'm going to invite everyone to stand up, come a little closer to the middle, make some form of safe physical contact emanating from this challah, so we're all connected to this beautiful, delicious bread for our motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat shalom. Go enjoy dinner.